So I wanted to go into more why food is medicine. So the problem is that there is a lot of pesticides and herbicides that are being used in the food, and that creates toxins in the body, according to Ayurvedic medicine. So that's why it's very important to be having organic food as much as possible. Uh, I came across this vegan guy on YouTube actually, and he was saying that he was talking about how oats are one of the foods that is absorbs a lot of pesticides because it absorbs a lot of water. It takes in more of the pesticides, and I was quite shocked about that. So if you can't afford organic, then definitely avoid oat milk because that is absorbs a lot more of the pesticides. So you'll have to look into it more. Um, so yeah, it's very important to eat organic as you can, and we should be now growing our own fruit and vegetables. Really, even if we've got we've got all these tall buildings around. So why don't we actually start growing our food on gardens on top of the buildings? That's what we should be doing. Um, and we could use our balconies as well to grow. But it would be amazing to see roof gardens with fruit and vegetables growing. That would be absolutely amazing. Because obviously the air is cleaner at the top of the buildings, but the issue is then what else was I going to go into now? Uh, that's it. So, with regards to food being medicine, so in Ayurvedic medicine, the toxins are created through the pest. So, as I said, the pesticides and the herbicides is what causes the toxins, and then those toxins are build up in the system, and that's what creates disease. So we want to be, very careful what you're ingesting, and obviously if you eat ingesting these pesticides and herbicides, then that is causing disease, and that's why it's very important to remove those and to eat. Use your garden, start growing your fruits and vegetables, herbs. You can start off with herbs at home. Start growing herbs, and then with the weather now, you can start growing things because, well, it's not winter, is it? So it's not very cold, so things are still growing. I mean, I've daffodils everywhere growing and stuff. So, um, but with regards to coughs and colds, and if you've got people who've got immune system problems, then it's very important to avoid cold foods and ice drinks or very cold foods and drinks. Very important to have hot foods, hot meal. Really, it's very important because that's what cleanses the system, and it's easier to digest according to the Ayurvedic medicine. So I've been studying. I was actually I trained as a holistic therapist back in 2002. Was it 2001? Was it around that? So quite a long time ago, and I was practicing as a therapist for about a couple of years. And then unfortunately I've since the pandemic I've sort of not been doing as much, but I'd like to now get back into it all again, and I'm hoping to do one-to-ones with people and help people to go shopping and help them to select food and help them to lose weight, and to give this Ayurvedic knowledge to people and to help them with their diets, and yeah, and because I've learnt about food combining as well. So, for example, the apples I had earlier, I had them before the meal because you don't want to have the wrong foods, because obviously that's what causes toxins as well. So you want to mix the right foods. That's what's called food combining, and it's very important. Apples. Yeah, if you was to eat sweet foods after your main meal, I mean, it's good to eat a little bit of sweet just to sweeten your mouth after a meal, of course. But if you eat a big dessert after a meal, all that does is it just sits on top of your stomach, and it's the food starts rotting inside. It actually starts causing gas and toxins, because the problem is that the other food takes longer to digest, and then you've got sugar and sweet foods at the top, and that then sits on top of the other food. So what you want, the reason Ayurveda recommends eating sweet foods first is because it's digested very quickly, and what it does actually is helps build the enzymes. So actually, sweet foods can actually unlock some enzymes, digestive enzymes in your stomach, which is absolutely amazing. Um, so that's what you want to be doing. And another few tips is ginger, which is really fantastic at helping. It's really good for weight loss, and helps with digestion as well if you've got digestion problems. But you want to be eating the food very slowly as well. You don't want to be, watching TV while you're eating, and you want to be in good company, friends and stuff. But yeah, those are the few tips now that I've shared, and any more ideas and information, any ideas or any questions, just put them in the description, and I'll try and add some more stuff as well. Okay, guys, see ya.